Actual alarm clocks. No more credit cards. Going to the movies. Hi guys, it's Jackie. Today I want to talk about my 2026 ins and outs. I'm going to read one in and one out, and we'll go down the list that way. These are in no particular order. An in for me is crafty projects. I am artistic. I love art. I love to draw. I used to do it a lot more often than I do now, but I love drawing. But I have always hated crafts. I always feel like I don't know what to do. Like, you have to have the crafty sense. You have to know what you're doing. But this year it kind of occurred to me, maybe not everyone that does crafts know what they're doing. Maybe crafting is just about doing it and finding out, like messing around and finding out, and then that's how you get a craft. I think it's more about the process than getting a perfect result, which is usually what bothers me. I want something to look perfect. I want to have control over it. I don't usually feel like I have control over crafting, but I'm going to try to let that go this year and get more into crafty projects. Make things that are not perfect, but that are fun to make and that will probably still look good in the end. And then my out. Big thrift hauls. I love thrifting. I am addicted to thrifting. I definitely have enough stuff and things. I don't need to bring a whole lot more into my home. If anything, I should be working on paring down. That being said, I feel like I could still go and look at things. That's what every thrifter tells themselves, that they'll just go and look. But I'm going to try to really only get the things that I really want or have a vision for. But I definitely don't need to be bringing a whole lot of things into my home at once. For sure. Because usually if you get a big thrift haul, you're kind of just really getting into it and having fun. And I think a lot of the times the stuff you bring home is just you being excited in the store and you're like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. And then, like, because you have that energy going and you're having so much fun finding things, that you end up bringing a lot home, and you might end up liking half of the items if you're lucky. But I know that for me, I need to cut the big thrift hauls. I want to finish big books. Start and finish big books. I'm always intimidated by them. I don't want to start a big book because I feel like I'll lose steam and not finish it, and then I'll be disappointed in myself and that I won't be able to pick up that book again because I'll have that memory associated with it. But I can and do read books, so I can read big books too. And I'm really gonna work on that, and I'm gonna do that. For me, I think a big book is like 500 pages or more. And then my next out is kind of on the same note as the last one. It is weekend shopping. When the weekend comes, my partner and I like to go out. When we go out, a lot of things we do for fun ends up as shopping. Goodwill, flea markets, antique stores, bookstores, which is not the worst thing in the world to do. When you buy books secondhand, they can be cheaper. And I think Goodwill is okay, again, as long as you don't have a whole cart piled high, but still. A lot of time when we go out and we go look at places to shop, we end up spending too much money. That needs to stop, or we need to start going to like one place on the weekend. I think now it's okay because I'm more just into books and movies. I'm not so much needing like decor and stuff, not that I ever needed it, but I'm not so much wanting decor things anymore. Now I'm mostly just interested in like books, DVDs. Next thing I want to do is film regularly. Getting into a schedule of recording, posting, writing scripts, really get into a rhythm and a schedule with it. Okay, the next out is showering with earrings in. I am so bad about this. Some earrings I own claim that they are water resistant, that you can wear them in the shower. Not all of my earrings are like that, and I treat them all like they are like that. I did end up having a pair that I really liked getting a little tarnished, and that kind of taught me my lesson, because I don't, sometimes I do it on purpose, but really I just don't think about it. I just am like ready to hop in the shower and I don't think about what's in my ears. I have like almost stepped into the shower with an earbud in like that too. So now, when I take showers, I really need to make a consistent effort to take those earrings out. The next in is watching my DVDs. Oh my god. This should be a lot easier than I'm making it. Instead of like lying in bed and scrolling through streaming, skipping between the apps to try to pick a movie, I need to be watching my own DVD collection. Are they all the movies that would be on streaming? No, but they are movies that I have that I would have picked for a reason. So I need to appreciate that and actually watch them, not just let them sit on the shelf. Watch my movies and put them into rotation regularly. That's what they're for. I'm actually really excited about this, and I'm going to make it a mission this year to watch as many of my DVDs as possible. On the opposite end, I am also thinking that I might need to do a bit of a media declutter as well, though. I probably need to kind of narrow down the DVD selection to the things that I really like, so we don't just have meh DVDs taking up crucial shelf space. Space is kind of a luxury, especially when you live in an apartment. Space is important. So I think it is important to have a DVD collection, but also to make sure you really want all of those movies that you have. The next out is keeping or buying too many shoes. I do love shoes. It's sneakers. I love sneakers. A lot of Vans. So many Vans. I have too many. Now I have too many from all the shoes I bought forever ago, and I can't part with any of them. I just can't. If they're not like completely falling apart or raggedy, I can't make myself get rid of a pair of shoes. But again, limited space, so I will be needing to go over them soon and making decisions. Making the hard decisions and getting rid of some. If I'm not even wearing half of them, someone else could be wearing those. That also goes for buying new shoes. I need to stop that. Another in that I'm really excited about and looking forward to is more foreign horror movies. I love horror movies. I watch a lot of them. I can't even count the amount I've watched in the past like week. It's been a lot. Nothing but horror. But I want to watch more foreign horror. It's a lot of American horror I've been watching. I feel like I could use more flavors in there. A lot more different like themes. Different types of horror. I really love K-horror. Every K-horror movie I've seen so far has been a banger. I'm very inclined towards K-horror. I've kind of been making a little list of some K-horror movies to watch. And then I also need to get into other types of foreign horror as well. Another out is daily shots of espresso. I used to drink 2 to 4 shots of espresso every day. And if you do that and you're fine, that's awesome. I was not fine. That was making my heart beat so hard. It was not good for me. That doesn't mean I won't have a coffee once in a while with some espresso in it, but I will not be drinking that much espresso every single day. Next in I have is planning outings. I love planning those kinds of things. Coming up with a fun day is just one of my favorite things to do. But usually what happens, what stops that going into motion, is me reaching out to people and actually making those plans happen. I'm very bad and forgetful. I will have it in a list and it'll never happen because I forgot I wanted to do it. So this year I really want to plan those outings and then invite people and do the outing. Another out is excessive treats. There's nothing wrong with having treats. The amount of sugar and treats I consume needs to drastically go down. I have a major sweet tooth and I love sweets. I really need to reduce my intake and choose thoughtfully the treats that I get to have. There's nothing wrong with having sweets and desserts, by the way. I just personally have been having too much and I know that about myself. Okay, and in going to the movies. I love going to the movies. It's one of my favorite things to do. I really don't go that much anymore. It's only if there's like a movie that I know I really want to see. I saw The Housemaid and I loved that. I thought it was really good and I was really excited to go because I listened to the audiobook. That was really fun because I haven't read the book and then got to see a movie in so long. I want to make it a thing to go see more. Another out. This one is not fun. Not fun at all. But I think a lot of people struggle with this. Dishes and laundry getting out of control. And I mean out of control. I have a really hard time keeping up with the dishes, keeping up with the laundry. By the time I realize I need to do the dishes, the sink will be full, which then negatively reinforces that, and then I don't want to do the dishes and I avoid doing the dishes. The crazy thing is, if you just do the dishes, you won't have to do so many dishes. The simple thing is actually the hardest thing. For some reason. I'm going to try to figure out a way to get that under control and not make it so hard to do. Same with the laundry. Piles up And it continues to pile up even if you keep washing things, and there's always things to wash, always things to hang. Even if you are completely caught up with your laundry, there are always things in rotation and out of rotation. I'm just going to try to stay on top of things, have a good mindset about it, and try to not let it drag me down. Do my best, do the best I can. Another in is alarm clocks. Actual alarm clocks. Not the alarm on my phone. This is a Hello Kitty alarm clock. It's like an iPod player and alarm clock. And it is across the room from my bed. So I think that has definitely helped me force myself to get up and out of bed. Also, it's super cute, so like I can't really hate it. I don't want to throw it across the room, so call that a plus. The next out is credit card spending. Yeah, I don't think I need to get into that one. I think a lot of people have credit card debt. So obviously the debt I have built up can't go away. Not going out. I mean, slowly over time. The out is more credit card spending. Spending on the credit card until it is paid down. No credit cards. Unless it is legitimate emergency. No more credit cards. The next in is going to the library. I already use Libby to loan out audiobooks and books. I love that a lot. That has helped me read a lot more books this year and last year. So that's good, and I'm going to keep that up. But what I really need to do is go to the library. It's just a good place to be. There's a lot more things happening there than you would think. Very chill. You can relax in there. You can check out some books. You can bring your own books to read. You can work on something. Very cozy. Okay. The next out is keeping unflattering clothing. Do not wear something because you think it's unflattering. You don't have to do that to yourself. In my case, I know that I keep pieces of clothing that I feel don't look good on me, and then they make me feel bad and bad about myself and my image, and then I still keep them for some reason. It's not good for me to wear things that make me feel bad about myself, to create that negativity. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a closet declutter soon, because there are definitely some clothes I can do without. But I'm just not going to buy clothes I don't think will look good on me, or hold on to clothes that I know don't look good on me, or that I don't like. I know they make me feel bad, but I feel like I have to keep them for some reason. I don't have to punish myself for not looking good in certain clothes. Not even not looking good. I don't have to punish myself for not liking how I look in a piece of clothing. It's ridiculous. People can wear whatever they want and have a choice to wear whatever they want. So why would I choose to wear something that makes me unhappy or uncomfortable and then choose to keep that thing? On the same note, for the in, decluttering and donating. I don't want to be one of those people that just fills up Goodwill with stuff, contributes to the overcrowding problem in thrift stores. I do need to do some decluttering of stuff, of my closet, a lot of things. Hopefully someone at Goodwill will still get some use out of it or find something they like. My next out, this is so painful to say, and I don't want to admit it, and I've been denying it for so long. The next out is claw clips. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I love claw clips so much. Claw clips are, you know what? That's actually really hard to say. I'm having a really hard time saying that. I love claw clips. I wanted to have a big claw clip collection. I didn't collect a whole lot. I have like 3 or 4 at the most. I wanted them in like every color, every style. I still kind of want some, and I'm holding myself back from getting some because they're not good for my hair. I thought they would be because they're kind of more of a loose hold, I think, than some tight ponytails. I think it's not good to wear your hair in a claw clip every day, but that's not the reason I stopped wearing them. If I go even just one day with a claw clip and then I don't detangle, it turns into a big mess. My love for them slowly diminished the more work I had to do on my hair every time I wore one, because they're supposed to be easy, quick and easy. You get a cute hairstyle, you put up your hair fast, super simple hairstyle. A lot more pain and trouble than it's actually worth, and I hate to admit that. I have to say bye-bye to claw clips. And then my next in is going to the gym. Be very good for me, emotionally and physically. Be good for my mental health. I just started a gym membership. That would be something that'd be really good for me to do. For many reasons, but especially for my mental and emotional health. I think that would help get me on the right track. My next out is using up all of my devices' storage. Every single device I own. Filling the storage. My computer, my phone, my iPad. It has to stop. No more screenshots. Screenshots are the enemy. Delete the screenshots, okay? I need to delete mine. I need to either use like a type of storage or stop taking so many screenshots and pictures, backing up my pictures. Probably in general be a smarter thing to do. But I want to stop having full storage be such a problem because dealing with my phone storage being full all the time is really annoying. Can't take any more pictures. Can't download any apps. No apps. Every time I want to download an app, I have to delete something, whether it be photos or another app. So I'm tired of dealing with that. In 2026, no more full storage. My next in, everyone says this, I always say this, it needs to actually happen. Drinking water. I don't know why drinking water is so hard for me. Some days, I can't even force myself to drink one bottle of water. No one's tying my hands behind my back. No one is keeping the water from me. I am keeping the water from me. I probably need to like glue it to my hand. It's really hard to remember to drink water while you're doing things all day. You start doing a task and you're engrossed in the task, then you move on to the next task. And how am I supposed to remember to incorporate water into that? But I gotta start doing it. And it helps your brain and it helps you think and it helps you be healthy, so. And then my next and last out, I think, is excessive window shopping. And by this I mean when I'm lying in bed, idle, getting on my phone, and looking at Amazon. Just looking at all kinds of things I want on Amazon and adding it to lists. So many lists of just things that I decide I want from Amazon. Why? I don't need to be coming up with so many things. Coming up with things that you want is not a hobby, and I need to stop treating it like a hobby. There are other things I could be doing on my phone. There are other things I could be doing, period. Watching a movie, listening to some music. You know, obviously it's okay to once in a while look and see if there's some things you're interested in. There is no reason I should be just sitting on my phone adding things to list. My next in is hand lotion. It is winter, and honestly just all the time my hands be dry. They look like snake scales, and that is extremely unpleasant. Anytime you wash your hands in winter, anytime I wash my hands in winter, it's just so dry. I hate hand lotion. I hate it. Every time I have to wash my hands, it slides off, and it's so unpleasant. Sometimes the smell is nice. Sometimes the smell is nice enough that I will forgive that disgusting, mushy feeling sitting on my hands for like an hour or two because it doesn't dry. That's the point of it. It doesn't dry. It's supposed to grease your hands, so it never dries. So I try my best to just put it on my hands before I go to sleep and let it marinate overnight. So I try to keep a thing of lotion on my nightstand. I just straight up don't want to do it. But I'm tired of having dry hands. Just accept that it smells good and that's all I'll get out of it. And then my last in, chess. Books, video games, movies, they're all cool, but I also want to get into chess. I know everyone's really into offline hobbies right now. My brother recently got me into this game. It's like Chess Ultra, and we played it together and it was so fun. Okay, it was sick. That game is amazing. And just getting really heated over chess. It had really cool music, chess designs and boards, atmospheres. I also recently thrifted a nice chess set. I love it. Wooden board, then you open it and all the pieces are inside, tucked into little straps. Open the box completely, it lays flat and you play chess on top of it. I've also just been really interested in learning how to play chess better. I know the pieces and what they do and how to play the basics, but I'm not good at it at all. You know, I'm not gonna be like a chess grandmaster, but just read a couple books, treat it as a hobby. Honestly, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, and that is all of my ins and outs. I'll probably think of more things and keep adding more during the year, but that's my list to get started with. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed making this list and talking about everything, and I'll see you next time.